All right, YouTubers, today's the day. T.O. puts on a Cowboy uniform and heads to Philadelphia, so I can't wait for this game. Kickoff is in a couple hours, so I'm going to get this video in, then go watch the game. I'm doing a follow-up to a follow-up that responded to a video called The American Terrorist. And I learned a couple things. It's easy for him to make a video called The American Terrorist and just throw out accusations. You can go over, or you have a 100 meg limit on these videos. And it's harder to respond to it because you want to pull in facts and you want to, find documents, and you want to use web pages to direct people to say, hey, I think that he's wrong about this, and this is where I got this information, or here's this video clip, and you can easily go over your 100 meg limit trying to respond to everything that he said. So I decided yesterday I'm going to pick one thing, one subject, and I'm just going to target that one subject and bring in all the facts and all the video clips that I can find on that one subject. So I'm going to start out by saying that I agree that what set me off on his video, and I watched several of his videos before I made my response, but I'll agree that the first video, I labeled the guy a person who was first to condemn America. And when I started watching his other videos, I realized that emotion that came from that first video then kind of spilled over into the other videos, so that when I made my response, I got a lot of YouTube comments, and I appreciate the comments. It helps me understand maybe where I did not do a very good job in presenting my video, so I wanted to do a good job and present all the facts. So I'm going to stick to one subject and I'm going to try to bring in all the facts on that one subject. So to start the debate, and that's really all he did, he started a debate. In my opinion, he threw out an absurd statement calling the president the grand facilitator of all war crimes, and he ended his video clip saying that you fear the wrong terrorist. He's tying those two together. He wants you to see it in his point of view that you need to be fearing our government or President Bush, versus you don't need to fear the terrorists because the terrorists don't want to kill you. Okay, so to me that's an absurd statement, and I threw a video out there yesterday. It's called the America's Truth, and it goes through just from President Clinton's term from 1993 to 2000, and from that time period 2,120 people were killed in terrorist acts, and 16,842 people were injured. Those people would disagree with you because they have been involved, and sometimes it took like 9/11 for us to see, that there are terrorists and they are targeting us. His absurd statements caused a debate, and I appreciate the debate, and so now I'm going to follow up with a statement that I hope brings out some emotions in people, and then maybe you can understand why I think that his statement puts American troops into harm's way. And the reason why I think that is because our troops are over there patrolling the streets and having to go into Iraqi homes, Afghanistan homes, and clear terrorist activities, clear weapons, and they're in harm's way no matter what. But do we want to add an emotion to that by giving them the appearance or the belief that we as America think that our president is wrong in doing what we're doing? I'm going to say something that I don't even like to say. I hate this. It's not something that I even want to bring up, and I've debated whether to do it in a certain way, but I'm just going to just say it and let it be out there for y'all to debate back. But I'm going to throw in the Grand Dragon and the Ku Klux Klan into this conversation because I think that brings out emotions in people, which I hope brings out emotions in people that they understand what I'm trying to do. If you bring in the Grand Dragon and the Ku Klux Klan, those emotions, the hate speech, just their beliefs, you can't separate the Grand Dragon and the Ku Klux Klan versus the people who put on sheets and hoods and walk down the streets. You associate them all as the same. So my fear was, by throwing out that absurd statement, which is his opinion, his free speech, and his right to do so, but it puts a stain on all the American troops, because the American troops are the ambassadors to the United States and to the president. The president directs the troops to go and perform these certain specific duties. And right now, one of their specific duties is to patrol streets and to try to provide security for the Iraqi while they build up their government. If it was the Grand Dragon and the Ku Klux Klan who was giving a speech, you would automatically, I'm just going to speak on myself, but I would assume that most people would agree in America, would agree that the Grand Dragon and the Ku Klux Klan brings out some emotions. It wouldn't take 5 words for this person before an emotion came out of me that I would want to turn off the TV or I'd want to walk away from the speech. Now, if I was going through this, if I was in my home and he's on the TV and he's giving the speech and that emotion is just being attacked on a daily basis, if now all of a sudden 2 people walk up to my door and they're wearing sheets and a hood, I'm going to associate those people with the Grand Dragon and the Ku Klux Klan. And now, do I allow them to come to my house and search my house, or do I, from that day on, do I start specifically targeting those people, draw or paint a picture for you to see what I was trying to do by saying that I think it's wrong and I think that he's putting our troops into harm's way. I appreciate all the YouTube comments. I kind of hope that we can debate this a little bit further.